Hello, and welcome to the Relationship Anxiety Podcast. I'm your host, Ksenia, and today we're talking about feeling our feelings, how to actually do that. Super fun news. We have a new name, as you probably noticed. This is now the Relationship Anxiety Podcast, not the Motivated by Love podcast. So if you have been listening to Motivated by Love, you are still in the right place. I just changed the name to help more people find my podcast. But like I said, today we're talking about feeling our feelings, about how to process emotion, which is something that you've probably heard a lot of people talk about, but maybe haven't been quite sure how to do it. There's a lot of talk about like, oh, you just need to process your emotions or you just need to feel your emotions. But it can be really hard to know how to actually do that. I do want to give a disclaimer before I get into it, that if you have deep trauma or if your feelings just feel so big and so overwhelming, it's important to get help for that. So to find a good trauma therapist or a coach who can work through those emotions with you. I'm going to be talking about processing emotions today, but it's important that, like I said, if you have these really, really big, overwhelming feelings, it's important to do that with a therapist or coach. So without further ado, I want to start by just talking about how important it is to feel our emotions. It's so interesting. A lot of us spend most of the time in our heads. A lot of us with relationship anxiety are not very good at feeling our emotions. Even though we feel anxious, most of our time is spent spinning on anxious thoughts in our head. Or if we feel sad, most of our time is spent not actually feeling sad, but thinking about feeling sad and thinking about how to fix it. But I think it's so key that the way we phrase in the English language, the way we phrase emotions are that we feel them. We don't think them. So when you're sad, it's important to feel sad, not just think about feeling sad. Or when you feel anxious, it's important to feel anxiety, not think anxiety. Again, that is so much easier said than done. But today, as I'm showing you how to feel emotions, I want you to remember that you can do this on any level. You can do it for 30 seconds if you want. Maybe you feel really uncomfortable feeling your emotions. You're really comfortable in your head. And so maybe the first step for you is just to spend 10 seconds being aware of feelings in your body. And maybe you just do that once a day. And then maybe you do it for 10 seconds twice a day until you can work up to feeling your emotions more fully. That's totally okay. You can modify what I'm going to tell you as much as you want. The way I like to feel emotions is through a lot of visualization. So if you're feeling an emotion, the first question I would ask you is, where do you feel that emotion in your body? Do you feel it in your chest? Do you feel it in your stomach? Do you feel it in your throat or your head? Or maybe even in your fingers? Where do you feel the emotion? Next question is, do you know what emotion it is? Is it grief? Is it anxiety? Is it shame? Is it joy? Because this works for positive emotions too. So what's this emotion's name? The next thing is we really want to start visualizing that emotion. So this could look like describing the emotion as if you were narrating a book. How would you describe this emotion if you were writing a fictional book and a character felt anger or she felt anxiety? Or maybe even thinking about like, if you were describing the experience of this emotion to an alien who's never felt it before, how would you describe it? Would you describe it as electricity in your body? Would you describe it as a lump in your throat? Is it like a rock in your chest? Or maybe like a fist squeezing your chest? Is it like butterflies fluttering around your stomach? We really want to start to describe and visualize the emotion. Does it have a temperature? Is it hot? Sometimes anger is a hot emotion. Or maybe is it cold or just neutral? Does it have a color? Is it yellow electricity? Or is it gray fog? Or is it a purple rock? What color is the emotion? Sometimes I like to think about like, okay, if I took this emotion out of my body and put it in a glass bowl on a table in front of me, how would I describe what it looks like? What is this emotion? The amazing thing is that our bodies, they know how to move emotion through them. They know how to process it. Most of the time, we don't allow our bodies to feel emotion because we're afraid we'll get stuck in it. I know for me, for a long time, I was like, no, I don't want to feel the anxiety because I don't want to get stuck in it. I don't want to wallow in it. Like, what's the difference between wallowing in anxiety and processing it? And the thing is that wallowing in an emotion still happens in your brain. It happens in your mind. It looks like a lot of spinning thoughts. Processing an emotion is literally just experiencing what it's like to be a human feeling anxiety or shame or anger or joy or excitement. Your body knows how to move that emotion through you. Emotions are just energy, and so they just need to move through your body. The key is, though, that we don't want to just feel the emotion in order to get rid of it, because it won't work that way. It doesn't work that way. When you try to feel an emotion just with the end goal of getting rid of the emotion, your body doesn't move it through you. I know that is so much easier said than done. Something that helps me is feeling the emotion purposefully because I want to be a human experiencing a full range of emotion. In this life, I actually want to feel all of the things. I want to experience all of the things. I want to experience joy and excitement and peace. And I also want to experience regret and grief and anxiety, because that's part of being a human on this earth. That's part of this earth experience. I know that a lot of the time we're taught culturally that if we feel anything other than happy, something has gone wrong. But the truth is that we're sent here to this earth to feel and experience a full range of emotion. One of my favorite coaches, her name is Jody Moore, she talks about the rule of 50-50, where half of the feelings we feel in this life are positive and half are negative. And that is totally normal. So that's a little tangent, but to go back to processing an emotion is describing that emotion in your body. Another really beautiful thing you can do to help your body while you're visualizing the emotion, what it looks like, what it feels like in your body. Another beautiful thing you can do to help your body process the emotion is tap on your collarbones. I know it sounds crazy, but it helps your body move the emotion through. There are a lot of other ways to tap, but tapping on your collarbones is going to be the most simple one and the easiest to do by yourself. So we've gone through processing an emotion, feeling an emotion looks like. Where is it in my body? What emotion is this? And visualizing it. Now, the last thing you want to do is remind yourself and tell yourself out loud or in your head, it's safe to feel this emotion. It's possible that I'm capable of feeling it. It's just energy in my body. And I'm safe to feel it. It's okay for me to feel anxiety right now. Nothing has gone wrong. It's so important to tell our bodies while we're processing and feeling the emotion that it's safe to do it. And like I said, all while you're doing that, you can be tapping on your collarbones. So that in a nutshell is how to feel your feelings. And you can do it any time of day for however long you want to. I have found that sometimes it's easier when you're beginning to do it with a coach. So I would love to help you feel emotions if you feel blocked and you feel like it's hard to do by yourself. You can find me on Instagram at Ksenia Claire Coaching, and I offer free mini sessions, so just hop on, shoot me a DM, and I would love to help you process and feel your emotions and kind of just walk you through it. But if not, you are totally capable of doing it by yourself. The last thing I want to talk about today is just one more tool for moving emotions through your body, and that is something called scribbling. Now, I am not an expert on this. You could probably research it and find out a lot more about the science behind it or different ways to do it. But this is something that I have found that's a really easy and simple way to help move emotion through our bodies. And all you have to do is get out a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil, and you literally just put your pencil on the page and then move however your body wants to. You kind of just let your hand move. It's going to move in different scribbles, but you scribble however the energy in your body wants to move. So maybe if you're really angry or excited or anxious, those scribbles might look like really fast strokes. If you're feeling sad, they might be slow and loopy. But this is just another really beautiful tool that I have found is really helpful for moving emotion through your body. And that is all I have for you today. I know today was a little bit of a shorter podcast, but it's a really important topic, and it can be really simple. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to DM me at Ksenia Claire Coaching on Instagram or Facebook, and I will see y'all next week.